Okay, let's take a look at the question here. Hi there. On January 1st, Washington passes a law that makes it illegal for us to assume customers will like utensils included with their order. They have to ask for them. Can we get a button we can enable on our checkout that they can check to indicate if they like utensils or not? It would be much easier to do it that way than to attract than to attach it as a modifier that will print every time ordered. Okay, that's a very good question. So as laws change, these questions do come up. So as you mentioned here in Washington, they have a different type of law. In California, I know they have like a different laws for straws, I believe. You have to ask for a straw. So this one is in regarding to utensils. Okay, so that's a different type of law. So whether it's straws or utensils or napkins, as you know, Smart Online Order, there's workarounds you can do it. The specific way you want to do it, it's not quite possible that way, but I'll show you a different way you can do it, which gives you the same results. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of take you step by step on how I would do it. So here's the order online page, just a generic online order page. This one is obviously a coffee shop here, a coffee shop. So we have blended drinks, lunch. So I'm assuming that, let's just assume this one, you need utensils with it. So the way you explain to me is basically they'll buy a item and then you would ask for utensils, yes, no, right? And yeah, that is time consuming because each item has to have that question asked. And sometimes if they buy multiple items, that question is asked multiple times. So here's how I would do it. But first, let me show you the normal way people buy stuff. So I'm going to buy a 20-ounce coffee, okay? And let's assume this utensil law has passed and you want the customer to notify you if they want this utensil or not, right? So I have 20-ounce coffee here in my cart, and then I'm going to go ahead and load my cart and go to the checkout page. So as I look through the menu here on the back end, as I go through the whole checkout process, you'll see it'll ask me for my name, email, phone number, and of course, ordering method, right? Ordering method is pretty self-explanatory. If you need to know more about this, watch my other videos. They're basically order types, right? So you can say dine in, to go, delivery, whatever you need to call it. So the thing that we want to change is to make this feature or this question work is something called special instructions, right? Special instructions is basically asking the customer a question. What do you want added, taken away, like no sauce, extra napkins, right? So we're going to tweak these words around just a little bit to make it work. So here's how I would do it. I would first go back to your question and explain to the customer this new law, because sometimes they may not know this new law and they may get upset at you later that you did not include utensils. So there you go. I'm going to just copy this. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go to the back end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Clover Orders settings right here. Settings, okay? And then I'm going to go to Checkout Settings, and I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Again, what I did was I went to Clover Orders, Checkout Settings, and then go to Special Instructions, which is towards the bottom. So here it says special instructions. Allow customers to leave special instructions on checkout page. Obviously, this one is already enabled, which is good. The text that's currently written is not all changes are possible. Additional costs may apply. So we want to kind of blend the two together. So what we want to accomplish here is ask them if they want a utensil, but at the same time indicate to them that, hey, there's other things you may also be requesting, and that's not all possible, right? Like they may ask for 25 utensils, right, or something like that, or they may say extra 25 packets of sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this text here that you wrote me. On January 1st, Washington passed a law. Oh, actually, it hasn't happened yet because it's not January 1st yet. So Basically, the day I'm recording this video is December 16th, I believe, or 17th, 16th. So the law hasn't passed yet. So I see this question is indicating a future thing that's going to happen. So on January 1st, come to the back end and do these changes, okay? You can see on January 1st, January 1st, Washington passed a law. I'm not sure who Washington is. Oh, Washington State, sorry. I got it confused. I thought it was some kind of representative of that state. Okay, so the city of the state of Washington, obviously they passed a law. So let me see if I can reword it a little bit better. You may not have to write that, but I guess you can. You can see on January 1st, Washington passed. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Like I'm in California, by the way, so I would write like on January 1st, California passed a law that makes it illegal for us to give you utensils without you asking for it. Therefore, would you like a utensil? In this order, with this order. Again, I'm just writing it. You can write it differently. Okay, and then at the same time, I also wrote, not all changes are possible, additional costs may apply. Because let's say they say, yes, I want 35 utensils. And of course, you know, the whole point of the law is to limit utensils, so you don't want them to ask for 25. I mean, if you want, you could write in here, 1 utensil per customer, if that's a law too. 1 utensil per order. Or whatever you want to indicate, because sometimes they may order for a family, so just say, please be reasonable with utensils or something like that. Okay, I'm going to write it like that, okay? Oh, actually, I'm going to just move that. I'll let you decide how you want to word that. Okay, so now here's the important part. Make special instructions required. Yes, okay, because now they have to say yes or no, okay? So now that I've done that, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pretend I'm a customer, and I'm going to go ahead and order from there. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to order my blended mocha, and I'm going to assume that I'm going to just go through the checkout process as a customer, and I'm going to go and I can add more items to the cart. Again, this one is also a pop-up. You can do this too. I'll show this one as well just before I wrap up the video. I try to make the video short, but this one ended up being longer. So please excuse the longer video. But anyhow, here's what I did. On January 1st, Washington passed a law that makes it illegal for us to give you utensils without you asking for it. Therefore, would you like a utensil with this order? I could say yes. And please, extra sauce on my whatever they ordered, right? So they can write additional to that. Yes, they can say yes to utensil. Again, you can ask them how you want them to respond, okay? Because only this text will appear on the receipt, not all this stuff. This is only for them to see, okay? So don't worry that you wrote a bunch of stuff here and you think it's going to print out like this. It won't, because when it prints out, you'll see these words here. So if you see the word yes on a receipt, that means they answered this question here, okay? So don't think that they're saying yes to like, delivery or something else, or they're saying yes to some other food. They're saying yes to this question, okay? So just train your staff. When you do roll this out, train your staff that whenever they see the word yes, that means they want utensils, okay? Or you can say something like, therefore, would you like a utensil with this order? If so, please say yes, I would like utensil. And they have to say those exact words. Okay, so now that's pretty much how you do that. And then because I happened to show you that pop-up that came earlier, you're probably wondering, oh, that's a cool idea too. So if you want to kind of re-emphasize that same message, you can go back here and go to store settings, and then what you do is you go to custom store announcement, new law passed in Washington. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and paste what I wrote earlier. So there you go. You can announce the law, and then after maybe announce it for like 2 months, and then after 2 months take it away. That way people can become familiar with the law, because again, most people, when there's new laws, most people do not know, so you have to kind of give them the benefit of the doubt that they don't know. Okay, so you don't want to assume they already know about this utensil law. So if they do get upset they didn't get utensils, because they genuinely did not know this new law existed. So a new law passed in Washington on January 1st. Washington passes a law that makes it legal for us to assume customers will like utensils included with the order, right? And then of course you can write more. So you can say, please indicate on the checkout page if you like a utensil or not, like that. And that's how you do it. So you can do it this way, you can do it the other way, or you can do it both ways. So I have it right now as both ways. So I just didn't write the whole thing, but you get the idea. And that's how you do it. That's how you, whether it's utensils, straws, napkins, paper plates, whatever the law changes over time, whether you need their their license plate to bring the food out to them because of COVID, you can just change that text and say, when you drive up to the front counter, please, or you can just say, please give me your car color and your make and model, so I can bring the food out to you. So on the special instructions, you can do something like that too. So again, it's very, very, you can become creative. You just have to kind of work with the system, and it's very customizable and flexible. And with that being said, I just want to also let you know and we also have a branded iPhone Android app. Make sure to follow us on social media, because there's cool stuff we have, and we're always introducing new stuff. I wanted to show you the branded app. This is amazing. We have a branded app which we built for your business, with your business logo on there, with your name, in the App Store, where people can download it for iPhone and Android. So you can either ask me about it or call the office, ask our team about it. It's pretty cool. It'll be your own app, just like DoorDash has their own app. Why shouldn't small restaurants have their own apps? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Prince to the Clover. It's amazing. You'll love it. And we're always updating it, improving it, adding more features. All right. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great, great day.